Hey all listeners, back with some more Brotato and Abyssal Terrace DLC part, I think 4 we're up to, I think. So that's clearly 4 trees. And it didn't show correct on the stats, so I'm guessing we have 5 trees. Those are the only 4 I could see. But it has to be able to go higher with the two trees there. But that's just a red hand. Boom. We can do that, and then we can get this, and now we have all the hands we need. And then what after that, we just aggressively start trying to get used more trees, and use to reroll until we see trees basically, and not get anything else. But because we have 44 armor, which means we take 75% less damage, and we have 73 HP regen. Because see, that's the reason why I wanted to go into Endless. It was not to prove anything, and stuff like that. It was just because, hey, if we can go do the tree thing now, then that would be really good for the progress. And I kind of wish that you could track the progress from here, that they would have the ability to go into progress so you could see, And maybe then, for example, that you could track the progress on a certain thing so you can see the maximum amount of trees that you have reached. Because it would be really bad if it's that, it can only spawn like 4 trees or whatever, right? Because we clearly saw it spawning 4 trees before, even when we only had 1 tree or whatever, right? I don't know if you need to move for the trees to show up. Yeah, that's so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now that's 5 trees. So more HP regen. And that reduces our. No, don't block that, please. More luck. Do we have the maximum, by the way, of the spyglass? No, we don't. So if we find a spyglass, we definitely want to get more spyglass. Do we have a bunny yet? Wait, really? We don't have a single bunny. Really? We don't have a single bunny. That's crazy, man. Because basically, like, I want us to get like. Yeah, that's way too dangerous. Yeah, let's make them go over here before we move. So we have 2 trees there. So that's a 3rd tree. 4 trees. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we were up to 5 there. More luck. I would really want to get that normally. Now we are looking for the trees. Wait. Your highest luck. Wait. There's another 3. Here's another 3. Okay, things are getting scary from regular enemies now. We haven't lost armor, right? Nope, we have not lost armor. We still have 44 armor. We have 78 HP regen, so we need more HP regen or something. Because see, I know that was going to be a problem and stuff that, like if we take used a lot of damage. And now we can't send. Okay, so that's 3 trees there. One, 2, 3, 3, 4. So there's 4 trees there. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so that's plus 5 at least. Get that. And maybe now it understands that I want trees. I don't know. I shouldn't go for that, but I would want to have more enemies though. Fuck. Now maybe you should do it on a character with like less luck. Like I didn't realize that, for example, like more luck, right? Like, or does it say that that gives you more high quality items? Funding items of consumers also increases the rarity of items in the shop. Yeah. So that means that we are gonna have less chance to get a tree with high luck. But we should be getting then stuff that decrease luck. Actually, if we want to get a lot of trees, probably want to get things that decreases our luck. Okay, so that's 3 trees. We know at least 4 trees. What's our reduced damage? 131, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've seen 5, right? Yeah. 6? 6, I think we're up at. I think we got 666 there with this. More HP regen. Coupon is nice. So negative luck items. What are the negative luck items though is the question. I really want that, but permanent minus 1% speed you have, so we have gotten a lot of minus max speed. But that gives you minus 70 total. Yeah, this is bad. I forgot what are the items that decreases our luck. I know that I've seen items like that before, right? But it might be that those items are common, the ones that decreases our luck. So we have 3 trees currently. I think we need 4 or 5 trees before we can make the dream a reality. Stuff that, I feel like. Now, if we didn't have the lumberjack shirt, then that would have been excellent. Of course, I'm thinking about, like the recycling thing. Does it mean like real items that you can recycle items? Because I mean, if that would be the case, then that would be really good. But as I said, like it would probably make the game too easy if you pick up something really, really bad for your character. Yeah, you cannot. Because I would love to get rid of that. I know that we have less reroll spots now. I wonder what are the items that give negative luck, and stuff that, Maybe now we can survive. Give it 4 HP region. If possible, though, I would really want to get that couch thing. Especially now that it's cursed. Now I wonder if the tree can get cursed though, by the way. Because I mean, if the tree could get cursed. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trees, right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh. I think that's 7 or 8 now. As long as we keep ourselves in this corner here and there doesn't spawn a tree in the corner. Was that it? That was not it. So let's get more max health. Get the couch key. But that nerfed our HP weekend. Damn it. I thought that was just going to be a benefit. Yeah, we don't have as much negative speed. So we want to get things that slow us down. I thought it was going to be beneficial, but maybe we can still, I mean, moving slowly is really fucking dangerous though to do. I wish I remembered what items, like what were the items that quote unquote, the items that like reduced our luck or whatever. I kind of wish I remembered. Because I feel like we saw them really, really often before. Yeah, there's no way we saw this, we are dead. I really wanted to have gotten the thing. Okay, that gives you a panda, which is 12 max HP, etc. Like, yeah, and that's about, not a unique item, so you can multiply all that. Okay, so, because if you see here, for example, that's 3,000 materials. That is recycle 12 weapons during a run. That is finish away with 10 or more living trees. So that means 50%. Right? Yeah. So Danger 5, 59%, and we did Endless there, wave 32. Right. This one with 0 curse, we roll 10 times in a shop. 5% life steal, reach September for wave 6. 50% of materials converted into max HP at the end of the wave. That materials equals 1 max HP by atoms, yeah. So is there a character that starts with a 3? Starts with a piggy bank. That makes items more expensive. Oh. I thought it was a character that started with a 3. Standing still. Two armor for every structure you have. That's 50% material drop. Plus 1 damage for every 50 material you have. Here's the hunter. More trees spawn. But again, Lumbiac shirt, man. But does that mean that it starts with a 3? Map size is bigger though. I think that is the closest though. Start with 1 spyglass. 2 additional loot aliens per every wave. Become stronger when you kill a loot alien. For every different item you have. I'll simply put down for every duplicate item or weapon you have, okay. It does not start with a 3. Okay, so let's actually try out the Explorer guy. So this guy can actually kill stuff, right? Yes. But then it's not better to have the shoot thing because then we might not shoot the 3. Yeah. But do turrets shoot down trees? Is the question, right? Do they target trees? Let's go with Thief's Dagger. Oh wow. Already 4 trees at the very start. That's absolutely insane. And it doesn't even start with a 3. So we wanna not get a single piece of luck on this character. At least until we get the things right. Get more of that. Armor. Okay. We require more XP to level up. No, but we get less materials. Okay, so that affects that, okay. And enemies are 10% faster. But what, so does that negative affect the damage of enemies then? Is that 40% less damage on the enemies? No, that's 40% less damage on us. But yeah. So we do move faster than normal. But yeah, but we should of course see the trophy up, right? Eventually. No. We just probably need to get a bit lucky with the trees, but I mean, like, we should probably be able to see trees with 0 luck, because then we have more chance to get like just regular standard items. Wow, that was that already. Attack speed. Okay. We didn't even need to get a single tree though. Aren't trees beneficial, right? Because the trees can drop crate, right? So we would want to get a lot of trees, by the way. We would want to get a lot of trees, and then we eventually just kill a shit ton of trees, right? And we would get like a shit ton of materials because they can drop crates. And like more luck increases the chance. We regen, get more Thief's Daggers. Max health. Lock the riposte. So here's what I'm thinking, right? You want to get a lot of the trees first, but then eventually we want to increase the luck. Stuff that, because basically like more luck just means more crates. Stuff that, you know, that's gonna be huge for us. Stuff that. And if I would have known, it would have been so easy with this character. I forgot that this character existed because I thought there was a character that started with a 3, but this guy is even better and stuff that, because, you know, making the map bigger, you know. I feel like that makes it easier to survive, doesn't it? Theoretically, right? Max HP. More speed. I want to Thief's Dagger. Get that. You roll. Lock the Thief's Dagger. Okay. Yeah, so you can see getting the crates are pretty insane. Like the crates doesn't give us that much yet because we have less materials from enemies and stuff that, you know. So you're probably meant to be someone that harvests trees basically and stuff that, you know. That's how you're meant to get your materials. Stuff that, you know. But does the tree item not exist on this character? That's the question. Like, what is his tree stat? He counts as having 12 trees. He just built in. That's absolutely insane though. For 12 trees, that is what his stat is. So maybe there is that you need to have 12 trees in order to, get it. Recycle that. Attack speed. Get the Thief's Dagger, get this Thief's Dagger. Yeah. Harvesting though. Harvesting is still probably useful though, right? Because it doesn't make the harvesting stuff worse though. Because harvesting still reads, you earn, at the end of the wave, increase by 5% every time it activates. Okay. The character where you can gain, for example, because materials equals XP, I feel like, and stuff that. We haven't seen a single tree yet though, or extra tree. Maybe we cannot get more than 12 trees, so then maybe that is the maximum, so we should just go for a bunch of luck. Because then we should have higher chances to get crates. Yes. Harvesting. More Thief's Daggers. More Thief's Dagger, get the cute monkey. Okay. I mean, I still feel like we should kill like stuff, It's just that can't be all our focus. Armor is not decent. The max HP is also pretty damn low. But yeah, and if we critical hit, 62% chance. Yeah, critical hit. So crit chance is something that is going to be important as well in this build. That we actually do want to crit. You have zero curse though. So maybe. What respawn? So that confirms that. So then that should mean that it should be 30 now, yeah. I mean, I don't know how often we're gonna see the tree thing and stuff that, Because the fact that it took that long with zero luck is pretty crazy, Because luck also affects like how often enemy drops certain things. You have 0% more chance of finding items or consumers when you kill enemies. Which is why, for example, yes, you can get crates even from regular enemies. So that if you have a high enough luck, you're gonna get just a shit ton of crates and stuff that, And then this means way more materials, meaning more rerolls in the shop and, other stuff. And I feel right that avoiding the cursed Garrett is gonna be way easier. And stuff that as well. Yeah, we don't want to get that, of course. Attack speed. Get that. Yes. You know. Yes. He don't mind if I do. Right, so this thing is insane, by the way, the bag, because it's 15 more materials when you pick up a crate, and it's 30% more, and then it's like 45% more if you get 3 of them. So you get more materials from the crates and stuff that, you know. And I don't know if we should aggressively already start going for like luck and stuff that, you know. Because of course more luck will mean more better items and stuff like that, you know. And maybe we do already have enough trees, you know. Because of course more crates, of course, means, you know, means a lot. Right XP gain. Good chance. Yes. A thief's tag, okay, so we combine 2 and get 1 more. Okay. Monkey. Yes. 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 Locked. Okay, hopefully now we can start like shooting up a bit in terms of the XP and stuff that, you know, because we need to kill stuff, you know. What does the red have? 80% chance, okay. I'm killing with critical hit. But it's weird, right, that we haven't seen a single axe weapon right in the game, right? I don't think there's anything that has been like close to an axe. Whatever, which seems a bit weird. Nope. Nope. Housing. Luck. Baby elephant. Nice. Or that counteracts the luck. That's pretty crazy. That's a boss enemy. We only have 4 armor. Even though health regen is pretty good, because basically we do have the item right that like we gain more health regen basically like when we pick up maximum health. So we can get a lot from just picking up the stuff from the tree, so we can get a lot of health regen that way. Ready, please? Don't do stupid though, don't be too stupid here. It was not worth going for there. We could have died if we... More luck. We have 0 curse still. Lock the piggy bank. Lock the duck. We still have 0 curse, which is good. Because all we need to do is make sure that we do 20 waves. Because if we go into endless, for example, and we pick up curse, then that actually ruins the thing, I believe. So yeah. Because I feel like we haven't seen a single one of those enemies. And maybe it's actually the luck that affects how often it shows up, you know? The person can imagine if it just spawns right in front of us. Whatever, right? Because that's why you should stay clear sometimes of the red X's and stuff that, you know? Because remember that one time when we got like really unlucky, or we have 4 crates already. Yeah, see, that's like why it's so great. So we saw the enemy there. That could have been so bad. Hosting. More enemies now. Begin. Duplicate next item in the shop. Although we could double up on this. Yeah. Yes, please. Yeah, so you saw how close that was there. We did see the cursed enemies, of course, they are the ones with that has the tentacle thing kinda a bit, you know, but yeah. But sometimes it can be hard to register it in time and stuff that, you know. And I kinda wish it would tell you on what waves those would appear, or if it's just random and stuff that, you know. Or that you could have something that could highlight the enemy in a different color. There it is, the one with the purple backpack there. The one that is glowing over there. I still need to remember that we can die because we have very low armor again, as I said. He isn't down here, right? No, he isn't. So we need to stay clear of where he is, basically. I think we did actually damage to him there from that distance. So let me see if we can just come over here. Okay. Max health. More XP, more of that, more of that. Alien medic, please. Oh man, that could be good though. What respawn? It's so annoying that it keeps spawning. They keep spawning the thing. Right, if we could get away without that thing spawning, then I would be very, very grateful and stuff that, you know. You know, maybe they want you to interact with curse mechanic and stuff that, right? But then, right, you know, I don't know, was curse in the vanilla game, right, and stuff that, because it would make sense if it will only... Or maybe you use deactivate Abyssal terror thing, and then there's no chance that it will show up, but that would be stupid also, you know, stuff that, you know. things are a bit scary here. But it is good that we have so many trees. Although we probably need to start getting the thing that makes the consumable give us more, like the weird food. We have a weird food, by the way. Haven't we picked up the weird food at all? No. Oh, and it is also over time also. But that also, jerk is also very good. But yeah, now we haven't gotten a single weird food. We haven't gotten a single weird food, man. Attack speed. Get that. Don't click the cursing. Yes. Yes. Speed region. Yes. Okay, still at 0 curse. But again, we could just get unlucky and then that it just spawns somewhere and then, you know, we don't pay attention and then, oops, 1 curse, you know, and stuff like that, you know. Yeah, because I wish that the indicator instead of being a red cross would be, or the, like the, not cross, you know, but you know what I mean. X marks the spot. Yeah, not a single crit chance. No. HP reading, please. Nullify, yeah, that's gonna be so important. Duplicates next item. Ooh. Now we're gonna be smoothing. Harvesting. Oh man. Attack speed, crit chance, range. Yeah, we are still at 0 curse. So, you know, we're getting close now. I think that means a curse thing has spawned. Because I heard a very, very weird sound. It's just those enemies. There's not a cursed enemy. Our second weapon is going crazy now. What's our attack speed? 5% K. Stabby, stabby, stabby. Oh. Okay. Yes. 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 Armor. Region. I would love to get that, but I think that has a higher chance to spawn the thing. Okay, good. What be, please? Okay, still circus. Still circus, man. We just have to hope that then, like, none of these waves they can spawn. And we are taking a lot of damage now, though. Even though we have, yeah, we only have 4 armor. Only 4 armor, man. Yeah, we might need to actually start needing to do something about the armor, actually. Sure, there is a lot of healing items, but, you know, still, you know. I haven't killed it by mistake, no. Because remember that one time when we tried to avoid curse and then like or trees max HP armor go. That would be nice, but nah. Really find more damage. Okay, so wait, how many of the nullifiers can you get? What? Really? That's insane. That is not unique. So that means that when you curse it, for example, it ignores 2 hits. So if you would curse every single one of your target grades, then we will be at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, a lot of people say, oh, don't rely on the target grade. Sure, you know, but, you know. We're still at 0 curse. Sure, you know, curse is fun and everything, you know, but, you know. So armor is at 8, which reduces damage by 35%. I wonder what is making that noise. Is that a boss enemy? So that it's not like, you know. I would want to kill the boss, but it's probably too late at this point. We will need way more damage, I think. Still a lot though, I feel like. More damage. What is a chainsaw that you don't see often? That's a tool. Great chance, please, even though that's less armor. Yeah, that would be good because of our crit chance. Now there's only 2 waves now that could ruin us. Except that. As long as that enemy cannot spawn on these 2 waves, we are fine. But then this works so good with the Thief's Dagger, the fact that yes, we have trees and stuff that, so we get more materials. Stuff that or we get materials when we kill with the Thief Dagger, we get like one material. We gain 653, 657, 666, 24, out of 631. No. Absolutely insane. That's still dangerous to do. And we're still at Circus. 1 extra armor. Some luck. Yes. More max HP. Get a tentacle finally, get the metal detector. Armor max HP. More. Oh, there's the site, goddammit. It is the site I got before, legendary ethereal. You take 3 damage per second, does not give you invulnerability time. 2% damage when you take damage until the end of the wave. So yeah, but it has like 100% lifesteal. It's, it's actually very good. Read. Max HP with that, okay, good. Final wave. Good luck. Where we go, we don't need luck. Can we kill you? We have 11 armor. We do have like 64 HP regen, which is 5.8%. That would love to kill you. I mean, since we create all solids, we're Brotato. But did a lot of damage. One is almost dead though. Need to be a bit careful with how we do this here. We need to dance a bit. One more, so we kill this guy before the other guy starts doing this other thing. Getting some healing now is basically what I'm doing right now. Fucking asshole. This is so bad because that's the thing that do so much damage to us. Fudge, fudge, we did. And now we're not. Leave. Fucking 5 seconds left. Fucking 5 seconds. God fucking damn it. Because see, that's the thing, right? That thing that it triggers has to do with his health value. When it's not like doing like the circle around. I believe it also mutates into that maybe. But that was, damn it. More trees spawn. Cryptid also has that effect. Gain 12 material and XP for every living tree at the end of a wave. Okay, so yeah. 3 plus HP and range for every current living tree. Dodge is kept at 70%. Okay, so that's a different dodge cap instead of 60. 2%. 2% attack speed until the end of the wave when you dodge an attack. And you have minus on the lifesteal, so you cannot rely on lifesteal. Still, you have like less range and you get less materials. So Cryptid is a more advanced version of the character, you could say. Yeah, that was a bit unlucky. I feel like that was a bit unlucky for us. But as you can see, for example, here, win around with Brawler, I want Power Fist. Reindeer was Night Goggles, that rewarded Panda, that rewarded Robot Arm, that rewarded Lure, that rewarded Tentacle, that rewarded Excalibur. Fairy, Plasma Sledge, and Mix, the Ogre. From the Buccaneer, who is that? And of course, that thing there gave it the Diver, that thing there gave it the Ogre, that gave it the Chef. So, so you can see what the roads are, or some roads. Yeah, but we got so unlucky there, of course, with the Explorer guy. We now have the Cryptid, which is where? You see? Where are you? No, not you. Where the heck did he go? Huh? There he is. Yeah, okay. So that's interesting. I mean, yeah, we got a bit unlucky there, I would say, and stuff like that, because, yeah, because, see, that's the thing, like, when it does the whole, if we would have had way more armor, of course, yes, we could have survived it, and stuff like that, and we never got the fairy right during that run, when we got the fairy to show up, and stuff like that, because that would have given us a lot of hit. Yeah. But I mean, that's a pretty interesting character, and I definitely feel like we did it right with the Thieves Dagger there. And stuff that we probably could have stayed survived, like I probably should have kept off that one enemy and stuff that, stuff that maybe we could have done it, stuff that rather than going and hitting at that point, stuff that, but yeah. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this. Hopefully it was full parts, and stuff that, because that could be nice if it's like so that that if I do record, I always do go full parts and stuff. But even though that's like 4 hours of recording, like almost, and stuff that, But yeah, and if you maybe if you have an idea for a build or something, like if you want me to test something, like I can do so, and stuff that, like oh hey, do a build with this, stuff that, or something like that. Or if you want to recommend like Survivor, yes, games. I know that there's the Soul Survivor that I'm really thinking about. But Soul Survivor is way more expensive than Brotato was. Like that's the good thing about Brotato, like the cost that it was when I got it. And that was together with the DLC. And it was just insane, and then you see how much Soul Survivors cost. And it's just like, hey, like, what makes Soul Survivor like cost so much more and stuff that, and I know also the whole Deep Rock Galactic, but that Survivor game or that is not out yet on console, And the fact is, I was really worried about that Brotato was not going to control well on console, right, and stuff that oh, it's just easier to do it on PC and stuff that, but that didn't seem to be the case. So that's good, of course. So I'm going to keep a lookout for Survivor games. And of course, on the PlayStation, so you cannot search for a specific genre and stuff like that. So, like if anyone from PlayStation is listening or whatever, or from Sony or whatever, like please add like the Survivors as an actual quote-unquote like category that you can search for, and make sure that those games are actually Survivor style games that either you're out to shoot or you have like a manual thing. So that, because there are some games of course that have like the manual, like this that has a manual aim, but also the other thing, so that because yeah. Because there are certain, for example, like I've seen like a lot of different a lot of different ones on PC, but there's a lot of Survivor style games that are on PC, but that isn't on console for whatever reason. Even certain games that are like fully released or whatever, right? That feels like really annoying and stuff like that, because I prefer recording on console, But anyway, see you all next time.